Okay, so today is the 13th of November 2024. This is the meeting of Ecocowala project AP3. It is for debating about the activity we had in October in the first part of the week in Ledro. And so I can give the floor to Pietro. You can start, you can choose how to start from the clip we have just seen, or maybe that is more important from the activities.
We can do as you want. If you want, we can start with the activity in Ledro.
Okay.
As you know, I send you the report. I think is the report is well describe all the activity. If somebody want to have some question for us, they can give some their answer, their question for us about the report. Everyone read the report, or I have to merge the report and show the report to the other one.
I read it, the report. I think that is very well done, and we have started also uh, to work on that model of the of report to write something similar for severe activities. Um, Maybe someone as in later, maybe we didn't spend so much time in contact with the students, but you had maybe more time to do that, and maybe someone prefer also to have maybe some question or some of your feedback about what were the activity. So I don't know. I'm just looking on the screen if someone want to ask something. Uh, so I'm waiting.
I have read the report. Thank you, Pietro. But it was directly after the meeting, so it is a bit a couple of weeks already ago. Um, what I what I would be interested to know, to learn about the feedback of the young people in this workshop that took place inside, and how the difficulties or which was the difficulties they faced because you couldn't go outside because of the rains. So, and in general, I think for the group, it's interesting to learn more about your method you used with the guys in Ledro.
My connection is not very well. I don't know why. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Yes.
you hear me? Yeah. And as you can read in the report, there is the answer of the student or the children in the questionnaire. They explain very well their feeling and about what they feel and which type of difficulties they found. Um, about they are, as you know, we propose different type of workshop. About the workshop in the river, um, the students receive a good impression about the experience in connected with the river. Some people, some student, ecco qui va via questo qui.
Parla.
Some student um, prefer the experience with the color in the emotion. Some students prefer the experience in the river. That depend on the personality of each each student. About um, uh, one thing could be that for me interesting to understand when you receive some information about the student.
We lose him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we still
So I don't know if you prefer to go on with in these conditions or maybe to postpone the meeting. I know that is going to be a little bit more late, but if there are these difficulties tonight, I don't know. So feel free to purpose whatever.
Adesso mi collego con un altro cellulare, provo. No, no, non riesco a collegarlo in hotspot. Mi collego con l'hotspot di un altro.
I suggested Pietro to do hotspot with his telephone because apparently his audio is not really of good quality or the connection. So better do it with the phone.
Yeah.
Un cazzo.
Pietro, ci senti? Oh,
I,
Lisa. In the meanwhile, also Lisa's come.
I wrote a message with WhatsApp to Pietro, but apparently he doesn't read it.
Pietro? Pietro, ci senti?
Mm.
Christian, Stefano, uh, w- we could use now this opportunity to ask the participants what they expect from the meeting today, from the Ledro uh,
Just a
feedback
second.
meeting. So for the case that we have to postpone, then we have at least some
Una conferenza schiaffo.
wishes, inputs.
No, e via.
What do you think?
Sai che, vabbè, è una roba un po'. Tu sei molto amico di Lorenzo, giusto? Te lo posso dire. Sta seguendo un'amica che, insomma, non sta molto bene. Ah, allora aspetta che lo chiamiamo. No, vieni dentro intanto, vedi. Sorry guys, I have a visit. No, perché Martini sera, dove mi sera? No, non c'è. Aspetta che sono in una conferenza online. No, sorry guys. I have to leave a second for something very important. Do you mind? Can you continue,
Yes. Oh,
Christian?
hi, Karin. Welcome. Um, I just heard Pietro. He has very big technical problems, and he's also he's not in Ledro. He's in his house close to Brescia. So despite the area should be more adapted to a more stable connection, he has a problem to connect. It is trying, but is really unsuccessful. So uh, we can postpone the meeting, uh, or also we can to not to waste all the time tonight. We can maybe to set up a list of questions uh, to forward to Pietro, also to Stefano, And if you want to, we wanted to ask something to Stefano, he's here. So this is, I think, what we can do tonight after this condition. Pietro apologized about the conditions, but it's not his fault, you know. So I saw Mathieu wrote a message in the chat to suggesting to postpone the meeting. What do you think about?
Are you asking me or the group? Are you asking the group, Christian,
Karin,
or?
you are talking, but we cannot hear you.
Sorry.
And you seem also unmute?
So, can you hear me now?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
I think it's the same problem as we had yesterday.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We cannot
Ah.
hear
I
you.
think only
Try
Christian
to
can't hear you.
switch off it to enter again, because you are unmute, but we cannot hear you. It is
Christian, we can hear her.
tonight is is a very
Christian.
particular night.
Christian, you only don't hear
You're the
her.
only one.
Yeah,
Yes, because
that's strange.
Wait, maybe I have some problem. Oh no, it's okay. Try to talk now. Yes, it was my computer. Sorry. Sorry. It's my fault. My fault, I admit.
The question was if you ask me or if you ask the group. I didn't catch it.
No. I was asking to the group as there are still technical problem about Pietro connection, and he is not able to solve, despite he's in a good area because he's not in the mountain where we were in October. So think there is no possibilities to talk with Pietro tonight, even if he is going to try again, but is not working. So what we can do is to postpone the meeting and to see in the next time, or as we are here tonight, we can try to do something not to waste completely our time, but is to talk about the activities with Stefano, or to set up a list of questions to forward to Pietro, or to talk about something else if you want. These are the options in order not to waste all the time tonight, in my opinion.
Thank you for the suggestion, Christian. And I would like to ask the group, so at least one sentence or one statement per person, what to do, and maybe yeah, we can use the time to prepare the meeting, the Ledro meeting, with our expectations and our wishes and our open questions.
Mhm.
And then we can finish earlier, of course.
I can try to take note about questions or WhatsApp.
One suggestion would be to start it like we started the Saviore meeting, to ask people how they felt about the activities and yeah, about their feedback on the general impression on the meeting.
Okay, let me start the document. Maybe on Ecocowala Cloud. Okay. Let me share the screen. Oh, that is happy. So, what is that? Oh, okay. Can you repeat, Petra, the question?
Yeah, as you already opened the text file, we
Mhm.
can we can start with a brainstorm with a short um yeah, asking everyone for a short statement about the meeting in Ledro and an expectation for the upcoming meeting with Pietro. Like we started the Saviore activity, so everyone gave a feedback and said a few sentences at the beginning.
Yeah.
Then we can collect the questions to Pietro.
Well, questions. I have a question that is useful also for the work we have talked about the handbook yesterday. Uh, that is um, about activities and methods. It would be interesting if Pietro could define which method he used in the activities he did in order to understand if there is one method or many methods.
Yeah, he described the activities, the
Yeah,
activity in his report, but he didn't explain. So for me, it's not clear which method.
yeah.
Yeah, Mathieu.
Mathieu, I saw thumb up.
Yeah, it's a thumb up for you because I agree with the situation because of the method, because our discussion yesterday about that. What is a method and how can we explain what is the base of our point of view about
I miei più simpatici,
ah,
tranquilli, più
Stefano, puoi
color
mettere
comment.
muto?
sì, però
Stefano?
quando sei lì sei un po' in difficoltà. No. Senza difficoltà perché sono solo loro.
Stefano?
E hanno le loro vite e anche ce n'è pochissimo.
Okay, I
Okay,
have
we'll pass.
muted him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mathieu, you can go on.
No more. I think I closed my talk.
So, um, about the activities, we can do a round table about what was the impressions about Ledro's activities, even if is more than 1 month that has passed, but uh, not to be shy, I will ask people uh, to talk because otherwise we can stay here just watching each other. And I will start from the um, from in order on the of appearance on the screen. So the first is Pedro. Uh, Pedro, have you some remarks, personal remarks
Yes,
to about the
more.
activity in Ledro?
Okay, more than questions, I have maybe a statement about the relation of the students with our group. And I reflect a little about this, and I think that uh, I think almost of us feel a lack of connection between the team and the students in the activities. But in the other way, I think that we cannot have students like laboratory rats. And so we need to understand the activities that were developed in Ledro, but not to interfere in that because I think if there are a group of students and there are lots of people looking at the work, it will interfere in the development of the work with students. Students are not in a lab, are real people that maybe need to be alone with their teachers and someone else in this way. But uh, I think that it's different, and we must take some ideas from this to the handbook. That is important that the students have a good relation with the the people that are trying to do some activities with them. I think that this is important. Pietro many times talk about that. That is, I don't want to have everyone always with the students because they don't feel comfortable with this situation. And I think Pietro is right about this. Um, and this is something that is very artificial. With the students making some kind of activities, and uh, all of this is inside of a week of a program with people from other countries. So it's necessary to have here some care about this. This is some kind of uh, reflection that I did about this. And I would like to say that the program was very full also because we start with a public event in the museum. We also have the projection of the video and the matter of out of place, and mm, the weather, of course, was the same like in Saviori. The weather changed everything about the plans that was possible to do with other people, and I think that considering everything, the 3 days in Ledro were very interesting for all of us. I think is what I have to say in this moment.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get note about this, but I'm not so fast in typing. But okay, thank you, Pedro. And so as let me say, consider your feedback as positive about the management of the activities. Because if I have understood, you said the group was too large, maybe to be more present in the activities, we could have interfered too much with the result, and so maybe with that group of students with that age was good to not to have too many point of contacts. Um, okay. Um, yes, there is something that you could have changed in the program, or in what you have seen. I mean, it is not a critic to what Pietro did, but I mean, there is something that you would have done, introduced, or looking about the how was how were the activities you maybe you should have introduced something new or something different.
About activities with students. Yes,
Yeah, about what it was possible to see.
I think that it's always possible to have different activities,
Yeah,
that
of
the
course.
activities that were developed. But I think that there are an infinity of possibilities of activities that is possible to do.
Hmm.
I'm not in the position to say, okay, if
Okay.
maybe if I'm in the role to decide what is the activities, maybe I should decide for other activities. But
Hmm.
I in the moment that I was in the Ledro, I have to say I did not understood nothing about why that activities and the sense. But when I read the report, um, the things would, appears to me with more consistency, with more sense.
Hmm.
Uh, this is yes. I have something about the emotions that Pietro developed an activity or more than one activities about emotions, but I have an idea that emotions can be worked not as a subject of work, but we can have other activities that we can put the emotions there. We can work with macroinvertebrate, for example, and we can put emotions in that. It's not the emotions the objective, the object, but it's inside of the activities. And this is one thing that I I I, I don't know. Maybe it could be interesting to put young people reflecting about emotions, but it's not necessary. I think we can use emotions inside of the other activities, other kind of activities, and we can use emotions and not speak about emotions. It's what it's one idea that I have about these activities. Um, but of course, everything is different. Maybe if which of us could develop some activities with students in a period that is relatively long, because was, I think, 2 days of activity. Maybe we must show different activities because we are more used to one activities or other. But I think that was interesting, the activities developed. Yeah.
Okay. Mathieu, I saw you raising the hand. You have something to say on Pedro, or is something that you can say for your own?
Mm, and now it's in the subject, just first saying that I join you, Pedro, with your vision about the activity. I felt the same thing. I feel on site at the moment, it was completely confused to me. It wasn't really easy to catch the why, the how. And after, now one step back, it's more clear the coherence between the sequence. And about that you was saying, Pedro, I think the fact of Pietro in these activities were the objective was working on emotional education through the ambiental approach. So I think that was his footpath through that stuff. And okay, I don't know if it's the subject, I don't know, but I think the subject is interesting to my part, and going through emotional education, I think is important, even if probably it's a bit away of our purpose in relation with the project. Supposedly it should be switch, should be working on about environmental question through the emotion approach. But in the method, I think we experiment and we saw now that it was the inverse. That to me is not really a problem. It was an interesting experience. And that's all I would say more, I think. Thank you.
Okay. Pedro and Mathieu, do you have any questions for Pietro or Stefano as well?
No,
Okay.
from my part, no.
It's not necessary, but I
No.
have to ask. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Can I
perfect.
say
Thank you.
something? Sorry,
Yes,
guys, I
yes,
had to
yes.
be away for a second for something urgent, and I didn't follow the whole discussion, but I spoke in the meantime to Pietro on the phone, and he apologizes for the connection, that it is apparently very poor through his telephone. So next time we meet, he will go to the whatever, the center where his cooperative is, and he has a very fast internet connection, so he will do it from there. And he said that in any case, if there are questions, that if you can, like write them down and send them to him, he will answer, of course.
Mhm. Okay, this
Based
is
on.
what we are going to have now. We are having a round table about impressions and whatever about Ledro's activity, and I'm collecting a question to forward to Pietro, and maybe our next meeting is it also good to have because we can also talk about but a list of questions can prepare, yes, and it is useful. So I will go on with the next that is on the screen is George. What are your impression about Ledro's activities? There's some about what you expect that you would have done different or you would have expected different. There are some questions you want to put to
Uh,
Peter?
okay, yes. Hello all. Actually, we tried us to work out in a document between ourselves that was made but was not finalized between all three of us, and to have this kind of feedback about Ledro and actually Saviore, but Ledro. So we have not finished. So, but I just have the same opinion and same remarks as Pedro and Mathieu made. And about the weather, yeah, even for us, we are very lucky actually in May. Depending of it could be a day of rain or some conditions of the weather, but I think it's important to have like a plan B or C if the things going in not going as normal as expected, and the logistics and the places that we were to visit were not suitable. So that's one of the things I can consider one or two places sometimes that you can have even a place that you can be more dynamic, and the students or the activity cannot be so packed as we were on the central on that place that was very nice, but okay, the weather was not allowed. I tried to engage because it was a beautiful place, with that waterfall, and it was nice. And we had no time to guide the students at the time, but even in a bit of rain, if they are prepared, also we can need to guide them to nature, to be in contact with nature. So that's one of the points that I wanted to say, because in the end, because of the weather, the first days we needed to go around, even in our activities as a team, to go around to, so we don't be stuck because of the weather. So that's it. That's it. This is could be an improvement in I think for us as a learning point. And that's it for me.
Okay, Giorgio. There are some questions that you wanted to ask to Pietro.
No, that's again, it was very, very detailed. The video were very well made. The reports very well described. So I think he's there, everything. So I hope we can be together, I think, in Austria and trying to relate other things. But for now, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So thank you, George. The next
Thank
is
you.
Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Okay, so I think there was too less interaction with the students, and I was a bit surprised of that because um, before the meeting we had this timetable from Pietro, and if I remember it right, the plan was that the last hour of these workshops we should join the students, but that never happened. And the first interaction with the students at the public event at the museum, it wasn't a really interaction because the students were there, we were there, but we were both not in an active role, but listening to the experts, which was fine, but we weren't interacting with the students. And then this should have been it because some of us joined this workshop with the emotions, with these cards, but I don't think this was the plan because Petra had to nearly force Pietro that we could join this workshop. So I don't know what changed the plans of him to keep us separated from the students. Um, and I was at the museum, so I wasn't at the workshop. I can't give a feedback on that. But um, the things Pedro said today, I think it's right. Of course, there are no laboratory rats, and some people or a large group of adults staring permanently at them might get them a little bit stressed. So that's a good point. But mm, if you do it another way and do the activities together, like we did it in Portugal, like we were working in the woods together, I think this is a different setup. Maybe it also um, changes the results, of course, because there are some new people that don't know involved now. But if you do it for, I don't know, 2 days or a couple of hours at least, we get a connection with them. And I think this would be a good idea. So if we are doing things together with them, not just watching them. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any questions for Pietro?
Yeah, maybe what was the reason for him to keep us completely separated from the students?
Mhm.
Pronto?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Lisa. Petra.
Oh, not unmuted. So um, everything that was already said is something I agree with. Um, so I don't, there is no need to repeat. Um, and the challenge is to create a setting, a kind of protected setting where people from outside uh, can get into connection to young people without having this laboratory um, approach. And um, in Ledro, I understood, and as well in Saviore, that uh, this classroom setting is not the right place to get into connection. They feel um, yeah, observed, uh, and it's hard to create or to build a natural connection. If the weather would have been different, then I think we wouldn't have the topic because we would have been outside, uh, everyone in an active role, um, and so the connection would be there automatically. I think yeah, we we do not need to discuss how to set up a connection in a classroom. This will never be possible on the same level than outside. And we agree in the point that to um, work with our approach, we need to do it outside. We can start an activity inside, like we do this preparation lesson in school, and then do the activity outside. But the main focus is the nature itself as the place of learning, the place where transformative learning and building connections and interconnectedness is happening. It will never be the same in a classroom. Um, uh, one specific question I would have to Pietro. In the second workshop, in this room, the students had to write down their emotions on sheets, and I took some pictures of the sheets, and there were a lot of negative emotions like rabbia, disgustazione, um, and how he in his workshop is taking up these negative emotions. So uh what's happening, or how, if he does transform these negative emotions, and in what way. So this would be interesting just to understand the approach better. Um, yeah, I think that's it.
So the question,
And
Peter, is how we could face bad emotions from the students.
yeah, how does he uh, work or take up these negative emotions? How, yeah, how he uses negative emotions in his approach. But it's a question that he will be able to answer easily, I think.
I mean, Pietro will answer for what I have seen. I have talked in the ending to some students. I just asked them what emotions they have used and what color they gave to the emotion they choose. And I mean, I don't know how many of them, but some of them were asking, "Oh, I choose the emotion randomly, so not because it was something that I have inside, but something that I was thinking too, you know." So that should be maybe an answer to uh, why so many bad emotions. But I mean, maybe there is something else. Thank you, Petra and Karin. Now you are mute. I'm
Yes,
sure. Okay.
I put my question in the group. I wrote, did Pietro do like always, or did he adapt the activities to the project? I wrote it in the group. You can copy and paste it.
In the WhatsApp group.
In the WhatsApp group of Ecocowala.
Mhm.
And my remarks are, it was very good to see him. He has a big engagement, and he is very experienced in teaching. And for me also good was Tommaso. This was the guy with the open science idea we met in the sailing club. And the young girl in the starting meeting who is speaking with politicians. What was missing for me was the experimental part. The activity with Pietro was for me like in school, like always. Pietro and the teachers were standing, and the students were sitting. So it is possible to break this if everybody is standing or everybody is sitting, so you are on an equal level. This could be a possibility to break this situation. And I'm just reading. Yes, and for me it was also missing to take part of the activity as a whole. This was all.
Okay. Stefano?
No, no, nothing to remark. You know that I was essentially there to do the translation. So I mean, I'm not a psychologist, not a sociologist, so I'm just mostly learning. So I don't have anything to remark.
Okay. Um, well, I, mm, as I may say, I would have to say something that has already been said. So, like Petra, I choose not to repeat. Yes, I saw a very good and professional approach from Pietro, even if I agree that maybe something was not so clear as um, we expected to have more interaction with the students, but I have also listened very carefully what Pedro said, that maybe there are some circumstances in which I mean it is not so automatic that interactions are positive or can interfere too much with the with the other people. Personally, I'm more used in creating a kind of atmosphere in which people can feel welcome and can take part in the measure that they prefer into activities. So people that want to be very involved can be very involved, and people that don't want to take part can stay aside, and there is no discrimination about that. But I mean, I'm used to have a more chaotic, let's say so, atmosphere that helps people to lose contact with the rules or ordinary rules they are living every day. On the contrary, because it was not me to run that activities. I am not experienced. I don't have any certification to do that. And I have also seen a very good approach from Pietro that has used more order, not so chaotic, and it was also very comprehensive to students because some of them were just wanted to have fun because there was no classwork or or ordinary lessons, and so yeah, I have seen a lot of things and think that yes, it is positive. I agree with also with the people that say that after reading the report, ideas are more clear. I don't say what to I don't know what to say about what I expected, but uh, maybe I was too involved in the logistic that I didn't have any expectation about the activities. Yeah, but yeah, about the questions, I already did it because yeah, activities have been very clearly described. Uh, and also for the handbook, we will need to talk about methods. So it would be interesting to see the what Pietro answers and to take note about the methods. Yeah, and that's all. Yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah, unfortunately, the weather was so bad. Maybe outside it would have been more easy for everybody. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I took note about some uh, 3, 4 questions to forward to Pietro. He can also listen to our meeting because I can upload in YouTube because I didn't take so much note about the statements, just something, but yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah, it is 9. I don't know if you want to stop here or if someone wants to go on talking about something else. Maybe not only about Ledro, but also about the project in itself. Otherwise, we can.
I'm sorry, Christian. I'm having a conversation on WhatsApp with George.
Uh,
Um, George, would you ask Christian if he can manage the meeting with Rita?
with?
He will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I was exchanging some message with. So we had the feedback from the students, the Portuguese students, and they are willing to make a call on next Tuesday, the 19th. At so your time is 7 p.m. Actually, we are many of us here. I don't know if you're gonna. But at least, Christian, you're on your agenda? Are you available for an online call at on the 19th of November at 7 p.m. your time?
Oh, 7 is fine. I mean, I'm a little bit in trouble, and I'm looking to Petra also because we have decided to do something for 20 November. I have to prepare some stuff, and that Tuesday will be good to me. So I don't know what to say now. But if there are no other option for meeting the students, I think that meeting the students is uh, higher priority, and to the to the meeting of next Wednesday, I will try to prepare something and don't know what I could prepare. If it is okay, Petra, with the next meeting preparation, I will answer yes to George.
Christian, I think if you prepare the meeting for Wednesday, it's more than enough. Uh, but to host the meeting on Tuesday would be possible.
Mhm.
I think that the meeting, the conversation with the student is more about the pedagogical um, interest, and it can be prepared by someone else. So I would like to prepare
Okay.
this together with the Portuguese team, with Lisa, Karin. She's raising her hand.
Yeah.
No, I have a remark to something else.
Okay. Yeah, and for me, the meeting with the student is a very good news, is and has high priority because that's the essence of our pedagogical work, and so we should use the opportunity.
Yeah.
And as you said last week, December will be a dead month.
Yeah.
So we have to use the November.
Yeah.
better.
So you, Petra, can prepare some, let's say, some activities for the online meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am available at 7 in the evening is a good time for me. No problem. Do I have to prepare something to say, to talk, to introduce? Let me know what I can do for that meeting.
Uh, and at the moment, I don't have an answer.
Okay.
Uh, but I guess we will have a phone call in order to prepare the Wednesday's meeting. And then we can talk about the Tuesday's meeting as well. I will try uh, to prepare something,
Mhm.
to talk to the Portuguese team, and I will update you in order to
Okay.
prepare.
Okay. No problem. Yes,
Okay.
I'm available and I'll be
Yeah, and I
online.
think it's staying open and interested is one of the most important precondition for such a meeting.
Mhm. Okay. Then,
Um,
mhm.
yeah, George, Pedro, and Mathieu, maybe we can exchange our ideas for this meeting because I need uh, some more information about the activities Rita was involved during the last month, and so we can connect to this kind of work, voluntary work she does, and connect to the discussion in Portugal. Everything has been recorded and I have a transcript of it, so we can connect to this very well, I think.
Okay.
I got a suggestion about that. We can, for example, work on about the content we want to see in that reunion and clarify it with Portuguese team and Petra, and we will present it to the group before the reunion.
Yeah.
We'll, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, okay. I will prepare the link for next Tuesday in Zoom so we can record the meeting if the students are okay, uh, and to upload it on YouTube. Uh, Please, George, check this option with the students if they are okay with the recording and with the publishing in YouTube. Otherwise, we will do the meeting without any recording. And to me, it's okay. I will be available. Let me know what I can do for the meeting. I can be the moderator, but also if you want me to introduce or to do some presentation of something, or no problem about.
Mm-hmm.
Great,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah, if you want, I can try to ask to someone with more experience than me about the so-called energizer that are some games that can take up to 10 minutes and they are the icebreaker. I mean, in order to know better or to play a little bit in the
Yeah, that would
beginning.
be nice.
I will ask Pari if there's some suggestion.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Karin, you have still your hands up.
Mhm.
It is about this topic or something else.
It's maybe related because I took a notice. Can you remember the guy from the UNESCO? Yes,
Mhm.
and he said that kids love love the destruction. So he gave us as an example that they took out the invasive plants, and it was for the kids. It was a challenge, and it was also fun to destroy something. And I think this is also important that we took the negative emotions that are already here, that is aggression, or I don't know, there are many negative emotions, and use them as a power. So I think it's also good to recognize that every human has also negative emotions, and you can use this also like a power. And then he said also that he found that education for all is important. So this is also something which I can underwrite. So I think it's also for the teacher who are coming with the groups. It is very interesting. And I saw that many teachers make notes during the activities.
Okay. Um, yeah, everything is clear to me. Uh, I don't know if there is no one or no other contribution. I just have one question to Petra.
Yeah, I have one remark to you.
Okay.
To the list of questions to Pietro, I forget to mention before. I want to know if he is still in contact with this group of students, and if so, we could plan an activity with Austrian students in the future.
If so, we can plan.
We can plan an activity with Austrian students.
Between Austrian students and Italian students?
Yeah. So the question is if he is still in contact with them, or if he intends to keep in touch for future activities. To get involved more.
Are you talking about the Austrian meeting in the framework of the
No.
Austrian meeting,
No,
or
I
in
don't think that's
general?
possible. I think it will be something different.
Okay.
But yeah, why not? We can think in this direction as well.
So I will write. It will be possible to plan a joint activities between Italian and Austrian students, even out of Ecocowala.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I have updated, and uh, on the other side, my question is very quick about the website. If there are some news, some update, or anything.
Yeah, there are some news, I guess. Pedro was in Portugal for 3 weeks. Now he's back, and he built up some connections to web designers, and I will meet him tomorrow to know more.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, I will suggest to try as I may say to write a kind of timeline also for the website
Mm-hmm.
because we have 8 months if we not count December 7. November has already passed, so are six. And to reach June, it will be good to have to be
Mm.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But as we are following the idea that the website is will be an open source platform for
yeah, but
follow-up ideas,
I'm
it will not be too late when it's
yes, yes.
in the
To me, there's
second.
no problem about the solution that
Yeah.
we wanted to
Hmm.
adopt.
Yeah.
What is really important, in my opinion, should be to make the first step,
Yeah.
that is to be online with something,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we can implement
Yeah, like this
on the way.
landing page with the main
Yeah.
information and the links. This would be the first step, and I
Okay.
think that's easily to realize
Yeah.
and quite fast
Okay.
because we have all the information and also the main concept.
Yeah. I have another idea or slash proposal that it goes into the AP1 activities that is for dissemination. Um, is not now the moment because I think that we need the website for what I'm thinking, but
Hmm.
after the first step with the website will be done, and we have something, some stuff also ready, maybe in the back office. For dissemination, it could be possible to the Italian nature friends to let's say engage a student from the university that are involved in they are studying science of communication.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
We did it in the past, so we are already, as I may say, submit some application. So we have already uh, got in connection with the university, and we can restart this activity. And we can select a student that uh, can work on this project. We have some budget from AP1, and we can ask to the students to make a kind of campaign. We can give all the access to all the social media or the website, and just uh, to ask something, some task to that student, and we can have an additional person that can work in dissemination.
That's great.
It will be for free because it's a kind of agreement between the university and NGOs, and students can work for NGOs in order to have some more credits for
Mhm.
the graduation. And we don't have to usually don't you don't have to pay the work because it's a kind of exchange.
Mhm.
But if we add to the basic agreement that there is also the possibility to have some budget, so we can pay a little bit the job of the students, I think that we will receive a lot of requests because it
Yeah,
will make a difference about
yeah.
it.
We will find a solution out of the project budget uh, for him, and from my side, he can get any confirmation for university he
Yeah.
might need to get
You,
his
you can
credit
also
points.
consider that we can choose maybe more than one if it is needed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Every stage last for the small size is 150 hours up to 200 hours. And usually students are interested in a small period because they wanted to do the activity and then they have to go on with the exam preparations. We can ask a longer, as I may say, we can ask a short period for the stage, and so they are okay with the credit in the university. And we can ask also to go on to work out of the stage, and so they can be paid by the budget. So we have to be clear on what we need and to prepare a kind of campaign that students have to face, like which target to reach and which are the institution we want to contact or to whatever, and to just to give them some task very precise on what to do and then to start. A good period should be in January because there is a kind of break, and so the application should be uh, sent by the end of the year. Maybe before Christmas will be good. And in January, maybe we can be contacted by the first students that see the opportunity, and then we can take part to the selection. We can ask also mm, for people that can speak English as a basic requirement. So if you agree, we can try to move. We have enough time to move and to do our first move in this way.
I agree. I am happy to hear about. He could be a very valuable resource, especially when it comes to website communication. And here we really could need help, professional help, and yeah, with the from the perspective of a young person, it's double.
If you want, we can also make an application for creating a website.
Mhm.
If you are looking for people that can do it.
I need to talk to Peru because I need his update,
Yeah,
and then we can decide together.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh, thank you so much
Oh, no, not
for
at
this
all.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Is
So,
he is he a member in Saviore? Is
sorry.
he a member in the Nature Friends Association? The student?
Um, they have become yes member. Um, we had last year we had 3 or 4 students. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough time. Most of them were just looking for to do their stage. But two of them were interested to go on with some other activities, even the stage was over. And as Pari was having a project with the German Young Nature Friends. They have been involved in that project, and they've been yes, with a small amount of not a salary, but with some reimbursement, and they got some money from that activity. So
Mhm.
couple of them were happy to stop to support a little bit more the association, and they could do Yeah, Stefano is leaving in 5 minutes, but think that we can close the meeting for everybody. If there is no other contribution, yeah, I think we have talked so much. Okay, guys, thank you for all the contribution, for all the patience. We have overtake also technical problems. We talked about Ledro even without Ledro. We are flexible, okay. Okay, we will ask Pietro. I will give the questions to Pietro. We will see the answers, and I don't know if we want to have an online meeting with Pietro about those activities. I will insist, or do you think that the answer should be enough, Petra?
Yeah, I think we can talk about a follow-up meeting if needed, but we do not need to decide it now.
Okay.
So Pietro shall decide how he wants to go on. And my my hand was to remind that we need a screenshot for the for the documentation of today's meeting.
Okay. So I will send him a question and some of our statements, and then we will check his answers. And if there is something that we want to talk, we will try to have a follow-up meeting. Otherwise, we can say that is done. Okay, guys. So I will prepare the link for next Tuesday for meeting the students from Portugal. And we will see on Wednesday, the 20th, because there is the first online meeting about the handbook.
Great.
Yeah, okay. See you soon. Stay tuned.
Have you,
Bye-bye.
Christian,
Yes,
please
yes.
stay. Can you take the screenshot, the photo?
Okay, yes.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Think that it can be testify that I'm multitasking. So 1, 2, 3, cheese, everybody. Okay. Let me save and then to upload it. I will upload it in the chat. Sorry. Okay. So the picture is in the chat for everybody. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you
Ciao.
soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Ciao.
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 Bye-bye.
Ciao, good night. Bye.
Oh, thanks.